Okay, so you've launched your new business and you've built a website. And look, that's a huge, big first step. But now you're facing a common challenge. The website's live, but the visitors aren't showing up. A beautiful site is only effective if people can find it. And getting that initial flow of website traffic is crucial for generating leads, making sales, and growing your brand. Hi there, it's Adrian from Numero Uno. And if you're a small business and if you're starting with a non-optimized website, look, don't worry. You have a blank slate to build a powerful online presence, and you can augment it to make it your most powerful business acquisition and retention tool. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 3 essential steps to transform your website into a traffic generating machine. This is from foundational website improvements to building a sustainable content strategy. I'm going to show you how to get noticed and contacted by your ideal customers. So let's go. Okay, so this video was inspired by speaking to a client of mine who has a basic website that needs optimization. So we're going to go ahead and build that website for them. And what I'd like to do is hopefully in a few months create an update to show you how it's going. So for the sake of confidentiality, I'm not going to mention their names. I'm not going to even show their website, but I'm going to give you a little bit of tips on what I've done generally for them and what I plan on doing. And the first thing that we're going to do is fix the foundation of the website. So look, before you spend a dime or even a minute on promoting your website, you need to ensure that your website offers a great user experience. A slow, confusing site will turn visitors away. It's called a bounce rate, and it doesn't matter how they find you, whether it's through paid ads, through social, through just organic SEO. If you're slow and if you're just not having a great navigational experience, they're going to leave. And a lot of businesses will just slap together a Wix or a Squarespace site, and I'm not knocking those two sites, but they will just do that just to say that they have a website. And while it's a great initiative to get the ball rolling, these kinds of sites aren't always ideal for optimizing for web traffic or usability. Plus, if you build your site yourself or have someone just slap it together, you're most likely going to miss out on the requirements that make a site noticeable and effective online. So I want you to remember these following steps. First, make site speed a priority. Website loading speed is critical. Studies show that even a 1-second delay can significantly reduce conversion. So use tools like Google's PageSpeed Insights to test your site's performance. And common culprits, by the way, are pretty easy to fix because they're things like large image files or even bloated code that can slow your site down. So speaking of that, you want to compress your images. Those high quality images, they're essential. You want to show what you can do, but they can slow you down. So before uploading any image to your website, compress it. There are tools online like TinyPNG or Squoosh that can reduce file sizes by over 70% without a noticeable loss in quality. This simple step can dramatically improve your loading times. Another thing you want to do is create a logical site architecture. So your website structure should be intuitive. Visitors should be able to find what they're looking for within a few clicks. A typical structure will include a home page, an About Us page, a services and products page, and a contact page. A logical flow not only helps users, but it also makes it easier for search engines like Google to crawl and understand your site. Also, you want to remember to put a blog page in there so that way you're filling content in an organized structure that Google can crawl and see that you are updating it regularly. Which leads to the next step, which is writing compelling copy. Look, your words matter. Great copywriting grabs attention. It explains what you do and persuades visitors to take action. And look, I'm a trained copywriter. That's what I did. That's how I got into marketing, is copywriting. So I know what I'm talking about. So focus on clear, concise language that speaks directly to your target customer's needs and pain points. Explain the benefits of your product or service, not just the features. Remember, you are solving your customer's problems. So you want to think like a customer, think how you're going to help them, and communicate that. Okay, the next step is something that I've said in other videos. I'm going to say it again, and that's to get on the map with your GBP or your Google Business Profile. If you're a business and you've got a physical location or you have a service area, a Google Business Profile is non-negotiable. negotiable. It's a free tool that allows you to manage how your business appears on Google Search and on Google Maps. So setting up your profile is your first big step in local SEO. When potential customers search for services like yours in their area, your GBP listing can appear complete with your address, your phone number, your hours, and of course the ever important customer reviews, which can make or break whether a customer decides to do business with you. So make sure you fill every section of your profile completely. You want to add high quality photos of your business inside and outside. Encourage happy customers to leave reviews. I've said this before. Reviews are amazing. You can see a video up here on about reviews. Use the Q&A feature to answer common questions. And an optimized Google business profile can start driving traffic to your website and phone calls to your business almost immediately when it goes live. You also want to build your community on social media. So social media is where your customers hang out. You don't need to be on every platform, but you do need to be on the platforms where your target audience spends their time. So it might be LinkedIn, maybe Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, doesn't matter. You need to create a professional profile on those social media channels. That's your next step, because your social media profiles need to be consistent with your website's branding. So use the same logo, colors, tone of voice. And remember, in the social media, to fill out your bio completely, include a clear link back to your website, or maybe back to your blog or back to your product page. It doesn't matter, but have a link back. This makes it easy for followers to learn more about you and become website visitors and potentially customers. You also want to make sure that you aren't just putting a site out there and getting your social media set up, your Google business page set up, and then think that you're done. You want to develop a content plan. So content is the fuel for both your SEO, search engine optimization, of course, your social media efforts. So a well-planned content strategy will attract, engage, and convert your ideal customers over the long term. Map out your content for the month. Batch it together for easier content creation. And look, sometimes you can't do it all yourself. So if you need to outsource your content to someone who can do the research and do the writing, my suggestion is to outsource it, as you will get a lot more quality content in a shorter period of time than if you were to do it for yourself. So that's what essentially my agency does. We help our customers who don't have time to be writing content on their own. And when you talk about ChatGPT content, I'm talking about solid, human written, human edited, customer intent driven content. That's what we do. We make sure that it gets out there, because really our customers, they're too busy running their businesses. That's why we hire a marketing agency like us. And SEO, like, that's basically writing that content so that it ranks high in the search engine results. So, your goal is to attract the organic traffic, visitors who find you by searching for relevant keywords, relevant intent search terms. So, to start with a content plan with either yourself or your agency, you want to brainstorm topics that your potential customers are searching for. What problems do they have? What questions do they ask? You can use free tools like Google Keyword Planner to find relevant keywords with decent search volume. Your content plan should focus on creating valuable blog posts, guides, articles that answer questions that your customers are asking. So for example, let's say you're a plumber. You will write a blog post that might be titled 5 Common Signs of a Hidden Water Leak, which could show up in the Google AI snippet results, and more on AI in a minute. But this type of content is going to establish your expertise and attracts qualified traffic from people who are going to need your services. Because remember, in the world of AI SEO, you need to be providing answers to the questions that are being asked by your customers that can show up in those AI-generated search results, those snippets right at the beginning, because you want to put that near the top. It's really pushing some organic down. It's even pushing some sponsored stuff down. So make sure you know what you're doing when writing content. Or if you're outsourcing, that the agency you're hired knows how to navigate the new AI world. Before I go on, if you're liking this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Okay, I'm going to head back to social media for a second, because if you haven't done it yet, I want you to set up all the social platforms: Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, LinkedIn, and TikTok. Your social content should be more immediate and conversational. It's about building a community and driving engagement. So you want to plan a mix of content types for your social media. It could be promotional, where you're announcing a new product, a service, or special offer. It could be educational, where you're sharing quick tips, maybe some industry news, or behind the scenes looks at your business. But most importantly, should be engaging. Ask questions, run polls, and share user-generated content. This is from your existing customers who might be opening up a product that they bought from you. Or, for example, if you're a kitchen rental company, it could be somebody walking through their brand new kitchen that you just renovated for them. Share that user-generated content to your audience to help engage your audience. And one last word on AI, because it's the buzzword here in August 2025. Artificial intelligence tools can streamline many of these tasks. So AI can help you brainstorm some blog post ideas. It can generate outlines. It can help give you ideas for social media captions. It can even analyze your website's performance. So use AI as a creative partner so that it can help you produce more content in less time, freeing you up to focus on other aspects of your business. However, be warned, don't just throw out AI content and slap it on your website, because what happens is Google is now starting to realize what is generated by AI and what is generated by, at the very least, AI that has been double-checked and edited by a human. My advice, find somebody who can, at the very least, a second set of eyes, that can look through your content, write it so it sounds like it's a human being, that it has the expertise that you want to convey to your audience, and that doesn't look like it's written by a robot. So look, by focusing on these key areas, and that's a solid website foundation, local visibility using your GBP, social media engagement, and a strategic content plan, you can start driving meaningful traffic from day one, and then you'll build a sustainable online presence for your new business by compounding over the months, over the years, as you grow. And if you're brand new and you're looking for a more detailed plan, look, just simply email me. My email address is below. I'll gladly send you a free strategy guide that can help you get started. You can look for my contact info in the comments. You can look for my contact info in my bio. And if you've already got a great website and are looking to add even more great content to it that will always rank high no matter when, then I want you to head over here and watch this video.